Countless times throughout the Bible, God is referred to as the Father, the perfect Father, who knows us by name and calls us his precious children. He's a heavenly Father, a father to fathers and a father to the fatherless. But to fully understand what it means to be a child of God, we must fully embrace the role of sons and daughters, position ourselves to learn from and lean on the Father. Are you letting him parent you perfectly? When the prodigal son returns, he feels he should perform or serve his father. He needs to set aside his fears and failures and let the Father embrace him. Are you still holding on to the past? Are you still living like you don't always have a home to go to or a father to welcome you in? Our setbacks and disappointments in life have made us afraid to trust, afraid to let go, and afraid to risk becoming vulnerable even when God says, "I love you." In short, taking on an independent, defiant, controlling, and rebellious attitude like Adam and Eve first did, you will hurt yourself and those around you. But if we take on the role of a true son, someone that honors, respects, and builds a dependency on God, then truly we will see breakthrough in all areas of our life, particularly in other relationships. A child of God knows that they have a safe and secure place in the Father's heart where they feel loved, accepted, protected, affirmed, nurtured, disciplined, shown the right way to do things. For sons and daughters, peer relationships are all about humility and unity as they honor and value others and sincerely rejoice in their blessings and success. Sons are secure in their identity and position. They don't fear the success or advancement of others. I cannot effectively breathe life into those I'm not willing to receive from. Sons and daughters know they need the community of love that God and the church offer. Jesus was the man he was because of the Father he had. He perfectly modeled what it means to be parented: submission, humility, honor, patience. He insisted that John baptize him. He submitted to the spiritual authority of who God was using at the time. A son or daughter has a teachable spirit, a willingness to get underneath and support those even if they seem less skilled or knowledgeable. The outcome? This is my son, who I am well pleased. Jesus focused on being a son the entire time he was on earth. First as a son to his earthly parents, and then as the son of his heavenly Father. In biblical times, by the age of 30, a son would have proven himself faithful and remained in patient submission as a son subject to his father's mission. He would then be handed the business and be set for life. As a child, the inheritance was always his, but first he had to show himself faithful with what the Father put in his hands. Receiving our inheritance means being faithful with little as we learn to take responsibility for much and being subject to Father's mission. Then our character is ready for God to pour out more. So what is your Heavenly Father's mission? What have you been called to do? Love God, love others, make disciples. To love God and love others, this is a call to intimacy. To make disciples, this is a call to fruitfulness. Intimacy precedes fruitfulness, so love comes before works. If intimacy doesn't precede fruitfulness, then all this striving, performing, religiousness just gets in the way. Let's be subject to Father's mission, a mission to love, and then life, love, peace will just flow through just every area of our life. So how do we move towards this? Be subject to Father's mission, the ministry of reconciliation, move towards a position of sonship. It begins with forgiveness. Maybe we need to fully understand what it means to be forgiven, and then forgive those around us. Maybe you need to forgive your parents because they misrepresented the Heavenly Father's love. Because when you rejected them, you rejected your position as a son or daughter. Then we might need to forgive others in authority, spiritual or not. Or maybe we need to ask for forgiveness from these people. Without forgiveness, there can't be progress. To not have this revelation is to assign dishonor, leading to resentment, anger, sarcasm, criticism, comparison, favoritism, jealousy, selfishness, and racism. Humility, submission, patience, honor, forgiveness, these are the qualities of a child of God that is subject to Father's mission, knowing that you have a home to go to and that one day you will be running to it, knowing that you are loved unconditionally, and knowing that you have the power to love others unconditionally. Yes!